Hi guys, this is the homework that I'd set you on My Maths. The numbers may be different on yours. I'm just going to work through a practice version of it. So if the numbers are different, the process is exactly the same. Okay, so on this first one we've got 42 and 2, so we're dividing down this number by that number. So 2 goes into 42 21 times. What goes into 21? Well, 3 goes in and 7. And what we're looking to do is these three numbers are looking to be prime numbers. So straight away we've got 2 times 3 times 7. Okay, and then that's what that one complete. Looking at the next one, we're going to try and do that, but thinking of it in this format. So again, 275, you can tell that 5 is going to go into that. So 5 goes into it 55 times. And then I'm going to divide 55 again. So 5 goes into 55 11 times. So I end up with 2 5s. So 5 to the power of 2 times 11. Okay. Third one, 875. Again, we know that 5 goes into it. Now, it's fine if you want to use, I know it says non-calculator, but if you want to use a calculator here, you can do, no problem at all. Okay, so if you use the calculator, you would find out that it went in 175 times. Okay, 5 will again go into 175. So again, divide by 5. That makes it 35 times. And 35, 5 will divide again into 35. And it divides in 7 times. So again, I've got 2 boxes to fill. 5, 1, 2, 3 to the power of 3 times by 7. And the last one, 36. Well, if we start really basically with 2 goes into 36 18 times. 2 goes into 18 9 times. And 3 goes into 9 3 times. So I end up with 2 to the power of 2, 2 2s, and 3 to the power of 2, because I've got 2 lots of 3. Mark it. Okay, that's section 1. Section 2. Again, the highest common factor. We're looking for the number that goes in each case. So write each number using its prime factors. Well, 5 goes into 525. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 doesn't go into 2. 5 goes into 5 once. 101 times. Sorry, 105 times. 5 goes into 105 22 times, and 2 goes into 22 11 times. 2, 4, 5. 5 goes into 242 49 times, and 49, 7 times 7 is 49. So it's going to be 7 times 7. Highest common factor. I'm looking for everything that is the same. So in here, the only thing that's the same is one lot of 5. So my highest common factor is 5. If this one just here was a 7, I would have 5 and 7 that was the same. So 5 times 7 is 35. And that would be my highest common factor in that case. In this one, there is only one factor that is the same. So I just use that as my highest common factor. Okay, looking at this one down here. Joe is organising a quiz night. He has to work out how big the team should be. There will either be 35 or 40 contestants. What's the greatest number of people Joe can put in each team? So, if I'm thinking about 35 and 40, 35 or 40, the biggest number he could put in the teams. If it was 5, that goes into that 7 times. 5 goes into that 8 times. Could I do something bigger? In this case, probably not. Okay. People joke and put in each team. If they're equally split, then that one would be 7, and that one would be 8. So let's say 5. We'll see if it's right in a minute. 294. Well, we know we can divide by 2 because it's an even number. So that's going to be 2. And that goes 147 times. Okay. 147 will divide by 3. So that's 49. 49 again is 7 times 7. And on the next one, 378. Again, 378 will divide by 2. And now we've got to try and think what goes into 189. Now, using the multiplication laws, if I add the digits together, I've got 9 plus 8 plus 1 gives me 18. 18 is a factor of 9. So I could divide by 9. So 1, 8, 9 divided by 9 gives me 21. So I could say 9 and 21. However, I'm now struggling because 21 is going to be 3 times 7. So that gets rid of my 21. But I've now got a gap here. Thinking 9 is not a prime factor. So I'm trying to make that a prime number now. 3 times 3 makes 9. So I now end up with 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 7. If we're looking to find the highest common factor, we want everything that's the same. So we've got a 2 times a 3 times a 7. So if we do 2 times 3, that gives me 6. 6 times 7 gives me 42. And 42 is my highest common factor. Mark it. Homework finished. Always click See Summary, and then it tells us what we've got. Okay, and then finish and close.